We're here outside the shul, and as you can see, the excavator behind me is building us a new parking lot. It's actually almost finished. But there's actually an interesting confluence between building projects and this week's parsha. Way back in the 7th century BCE, there was a project where the king of Israel, his name was Yoshiyahu, initiated a renovation project of the Beit HaMikdash, the temple. And he comes after essentially 2 generations of kings who were idol worshippers. And he goes and he has to remove all sorts of idol worship, all sorts of lewdness, even a house of prostitution from the Temple Mount. And they find something fascinating. They find the original Sefer Torah that Moshe Rabbeinu wrote. These are stories that you can read at the end of the book of Malachim, the end of the book of Kings. And they open up the book of the Torah for King Yoshiyahu, and what do they say? It says, Yolech Hashem otcha v'et malkacha, that they will take you and your king away to a different land, a land which you don't know. They're in a land where they will worship Eitz va'aven. They're going to worship wood and stone. And Yoshiyahu is afraid. He says, is this going to happen to me? And he goes to the prophet Huldah, and Huldah, the prophetess, says, no, it's not going to happen to you, but it's unavoidable. But Yoshiyahu takes this so deeply to heart that he engages in even more intense project of restoration. He's not content with just restoring the physical part of the temple. He wants to bring everybody back to Judaism. And he sort of deputizes the Kohanim, deputizes all sorts of other people to go out and to educate in terms of Torah and Judaism, and to bring the people back. Yoshiyahu is considered, at least the book of Malachim says, that he is the greatest king ever. He is the paramount of kings. Maybe only David was better. But King Yoshiyahu is brilliant because not only does he understand that the physical edifice needs to be something which is restored, but he has a tremendous confidence in people's ability to change. And here we are before Rosh Hashanah, and Rosh Hashanah normally asks us to change. But this year, Rosh Hashanah is going to ask us to change even more. We know that we are going to have to reprogram ourselves in an entirely new world, that we're going to have to respond. We're going to have to overcome some of the natural challenges of the distances that are put in front of us. And it is my hope and my prayer that we're going to meet this challenge and sort of remember the episode of King Josiah, his campaign to rebuild the Beit HaMikdash, not just the outside, not just the parking lot, not just the interior renovation, but the personal renovation, the personal improvements that go along. Shabbat Shalom.